Hi, how are you? It's Travis here. Welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we took a venom bottle that we found in the hinterlands, right here, near Hirawatha, and we brought it to Apothecary Leiden. He was happy about that, and he gave us 3,000 plus XP.
Hello.
Today we're going to continue this quest chain with Apothecary Leiden and do a quest called Undamaged Venom Sac. I must have a fresh sample of the venom you brought me. The spiders from which it is gathered must dwell in the hinterlands. Hunt them until you find an undamaged venom sac and bring it to me. You will find many spiders near the troll city of Shadralore. Do not tarry, flag carrier, for the venom sac must be fresh when you deliver it. Bring an undamaged venom sac to Apothecary Leiden in Terran.
Trust no one.
So when we loot it, I guess we gotta be quick to bring it back. Which makes me believe... I don't know. It's probably not that bad of a timer. Yeah, I was about to say, makes me believe there's going to be a timer for how long you can have it in your bags. But, I don't know, we got our mount. We should be fast, right? It shouldn't take us that long to get back to Terran Mill. Here we go. We're going back to the hinterlands, guys. And we are going to hunt some spiders down. And we're going to try to get an undamaged venom sac. We also might get another flight point today. We'll try to get a flight point inside of the hinterlands, which I believe would be a good idea, because we might start questing there soon. Well, we're already questing there, but we might do more quests there. That's what I mean. Alright, well, let's make our way back to that little gap in the mountains over there. We'll try to find these spiders. I like getting some PvP fights as well. Tends to be a lot of alliance there. Last time we were in the hinterlands, we fought a hunter and a warlock. I think the hunter might have been a bot, because he wasn't attacking me at all, which was kind of weird. And just his movements are really bot-like. Supposedly Classic WoW at the moment is full of bots. And there's a bot problem with Classic WoW. And supposedly in China, they banned like over 100,000 people for botting, which is wild. And the markets over there have probably totally crashed. So I hope that doesn't happen over here, but I assume a lot of people are botting right now in NA. Supposedly bots are actually able to well, not bots, but players are actually able to fly hack now too inside of Molten Core, CG, and they can just fly around in herb and mine inside those dungeons, which is a little bit overpowered. You know, it's kind of like cheating, and they're probably flooding the market with all the herbs and mines and ores that you get from those dungeons. The prices are probably falling quite quick. It's good if you're buying stuff, though. Also, layering messes with the market. The market's always been screwed. That's the way I look at it. Ever since they introduced layering, and then also not punishing the bots on top of that, it really hurts the economy of the game. But it is what it is. Nothing's ever perfect. Bots have been in WoW for a long time. But it seems like they don't even get punished in Classic WoW, which is kind of weird. I think they've dealt with bots in retail. I remember I used to do BGs and all you would see are bots inside of the battlegrounds, but they eventually sued. Well, Blizzard sued Honor Buddy, which was a botting service website. And then after they left, it really, well, they didn't leave, but they pretty much went out of business and stopped selling their bot, or stopped continuing to update it. And then those bots pretty much disappeared from Battlegrounds. Because you used to have to farm honor for PvP gear back in the day. So it was popular using the Honor Buddy bot to do that for you while you were AFK from your computer. Because it was a tedious grind, I agree. And those are the grinds that usually get, you know, used by bots. So here we are. I see some spiders here. I wonder if these are the... No, that's a Witherbark Guard. It's called a Witherbark Brood Guard. These guys are level 45 too. Shadra lore. So what do we have to slay? These Witherbark Brood Lords? Or Brood Guards? And they have the Venom Sacs? Okay. So these guys are like the spider trolls. But yeah, I hope they fix up the bots. I really do. Because you're seeing a lot of them. I was on the Reddit too. And there's a video of this bot just running into a flagpole for like hours. Like he didn't get... I don't know if he got banned, like I hope he did, but it's a little blatant, you know. Yeah, I hope Blizzard fixes that up. Alright, well, let's see if we can get a Venom Sac. I hope I'm slaying the right stuff. Check out Undamaged Sac. It's from the spiders. It was troll in the hinterlands. Just spiders in the hinterlands, they say it comes from. You'll find many spiders near the troll city. Alright, well that's where we are. We're in Shadra lore. But I don't know if these are the correct spiders. Just assuming that they are. I wonder how many we're going to have to slay to get an Undamaged Venom Sac. I assume it's going to be quite a lot. Spiders are a bit annoying. So when they die, they spawn their young. Let's get some buffs up here. Maybe that's why we're having a little bit of a rough time. They also put a dot on me, which is not very fun to have. I don't know if any of you guys watching play retail. Shadowlands is supposedly coming out during the 4th quarter of 2020. I would assume it's coming out probably right after BlizzCon. Probably be like mid-November. Maybe early December, I would assume. And a lot of the BFA stuff's leaving the game. And I'm thinking about maybe playing some more retail. Wow. Playing a lot of Classic. I'm going to try to obtain some of the stuff that is leaving the game. Like that big 5 million gold auction house Brutosaur mount. Supposedly that won't be able to... You won't be able to purchase that anymore. And supposedly it'll be on the black market auction house. Which if it ever gets on the black market auction house, it'll probably be worth gold cap, which I think is 10 million. Which if you change that to USD, that's probably going to be close to $2,000. At the moment, it's 5 million gold. It's pretty close to $1,000 for the mount. So, if you play retail, and you want to get that mount, now is the time to get it. Or you're most likely going to have to wait for it to come up in the black market auction house and pay gold cap for it. But really, it's not like the best looking mount, but if you're a gold farmer or you like to farm and craft stuff and sell stuff on the auction house, then it's a mount you probably want to obtain. It's also a huge mount, especially on a Tauren. It's like probably one of the biggest ground mounts in the game, if not the biggest. And it's also the most expensive. Smart thing that Blizzard did that. Because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to be like, oh no, it's going to leave. Not going to be able to get this mount. And then they're going to sell a bunch of those WoW tokens. People are going to be buying them up, trying to get gold to purchase the mount. See that happen. Smart move by Blizzard. And it also is a good gold dump for a lot of the players that have been stacking up gold over the years. Gives people incentive to dump their gold. Because I think there's people in World of Warcraft that have millions of gold. Probably the Brutosaur mount isn't even a lot of gold to them. I'm not really much of a gold farmer myself. Mostly when I gold farm, it's mostly for raids. But I'm thinking about trying to farm the gold to get the mount. I don't know if I'll do it. I think it's only worth it if you're interested in playing the auction house. I do have a trade skill master add-on. I use it for Classic WoW, but I've never really set it up properly. I haven't really played the auction house that much in Classic either. But it would be cool to learn how to do that. How to use that add-on properly. Good thing to know how to do in the game. And it adds another, layer of fun to it. If you like, farming and getting gold and stuff like that. There we go. Got some thick spider silk. Sells for a decent amount. The Atali Exile. Is he supposedly in here? Oh, there he is. Look at him. What's he doing here? Should we have a chat with him? Let's have a chat with the Atali Exile. Didn't know he was here. What do you ask of me? You are brave to come here, brave or foolish. You bring me the summoning artifacts of the Atali. I see Jamal's and the Prophet is leading the disciples of the Chamber of Blood towards their chosen fate. Has a car returned to the temple, I wonder? Has their fate been met? Jamal and the Prophet sends me to exile from the temple of Tal Hakar. I once felt the high priest was a worthy leader. His unyielding faith in his prophecy will bring about the destruction of the Talai, if it hasn't already. When I expressed my concerns, I was labeled an infidel and ousted from the temple. Those artifacts you brought to me are harmless, but if Jamal has found the proper fetish enchantment for the summoning ritual, the world lies in great peril. Return to Felzarul in Stoneheart. Well, that's a good quest to do, because I have to go back to Stoneheart to buy some alchemy, well, to learn more alchemy pots that I can make from Regthar, I think his name is. But there's an alchemist there, like an expert alchemist or artisan alchemist. And he has some potions and pots that I can learn that are higher than green. That'll help me level up my alchemy. You only need 50 more levels too to get to 300, so shouldn't be that bad. Here we go, we got another Witherbark Brood Guard to deal with. I don't know if these guys drop the Venom Sac. Kind of hoping they do. They have slayed a decent amount. I haven't seen any Venom Sacs yet. Spiders are tough. I don't know if I'd be able to handle fighting 2 of them. That's for sure. Good that I have stealth, though. We're getting decent XP from all this, too. We'll probably hit level 47, I believe, right? Yeah. What, level 47 today, I think. The quest gives us, I think, 3k. Should give us 3k XP. Most of the quests now are giving us more than 3k. It's around like 3 to 4k. I think all we have to do is slay a couple more of these guys to hit up to 120k. Seems like this large Venom Sac is a rare drop. These guys just aren't giving us the Venom Sac. Crit right there. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Back to when I was talking about retail, a lot of stuff's leaving the game. There's also a mount you can get if you defeat the Nyalosa race in heroic. Just thinking about trying to do that. So we are in a little bit of a lull period in Classic until the new raid comes out, AQ40. Just thinking about gearing up my balanced Druid in retail and selling all the stuff that I have before Shadowlands comes out, see how much gold I have, and then maybe I'll decide to try to get through the store. If not, if I don't have a lot, then probably won't get it. Just try to farm it. So I was looking it up, and supposedly I'll need to make around 300,000 gold a month to get it. So they have this website called Brutosaur Calculator. You can pick a date, see how much gold you need to make per day to hit 5 million gold. And A lot of people assume that you won't be able to get Brutosaur by, I think, October 1st is the earliest. That's the beginning of quarter 4. So, now till October 1st, I need to make 300,000 gold a month. That's a pretty tough challenge. There we go, we got it. The Undamaged Venom Sac. So, these are the spiders you gotta slay. I'll show you guys where you gotta go to slay them. It's right here, to the south. But now, we gotta hurry up, because supposedly we only have so much time to hold on to this sack. And I need to make my way to this village and get a flight point that'll bring us to the hinterlands. And then from that flight point, we will fly back to see Apothecary Leiden. And we'll give him this enlarged venom sac, or undamaged venom sac. I like how WoW does that, though. They add all these, like, in-game stuff that eventually disappears. And, like, titles, too. And that kind of makes, that kind of stuff and those kinds of achievements just a little bit more valuable. It's good to have that in MMOs. The only problem with the Brutosaur amount, or whatever you want to call it, is people can pretty much just purchase it, but I don't know how many people want to pay pay close to 1,000 gold for a mount. But it makes sense if they do, because once it's out of the game and you can't purchase it anymore at the vendor, and it can only come from the black market auction house, it's going to cost 2,000 now. It's going to double in price. I think it is. Because once it comes up on the black market auction house, someone's just going to put all the gold they can into it. It'll be more than 5 million is what I think. I don't know if it'll be 10, but it'll be more than 5, that's for sure. There's also an achievement you can get if you do every dungeon. Because there's these, it's this dungeon mode. I don't know if everybody here has played retail, but there's a dungeon mode in WoW where the difficulty keeps increasing. And it's just like an infinite difficulty increase. And they add extra mechanics based on the difficulty you go up by. And it's pretty much unlimited, and you can do it until it's pretty much impossible to do. And it's called Mythic Plus. And there's these keys called 15 keys, so it's like difficulty 15, which is pretty tough. Some people do like 20 plus keys. And if you do that, you get an achievement and a mount. And I think that'll leave the game eventually. Oh, I think eventually when Shadowlands comes out, so that's a good achievement to get. I hope I don't die going down here. I should have jumped down here. Yeah, it's just another achievement you can get. So the kitties don't take as much fall damage. So if you're ever jumping down in this game, make sure you jump down as a cat. So we have a hunter here, hunting turtles. Just down here is the horde camp. Yeah, I like how WoW does that. They always have stuff in the game that eventually disappears, makes it a little bit more memorable and valuable to the people who get it. The only thing I think World of Warcraft does crappy with is it's player housing. Like, well, they really don't even have player housing anymore. They tried it with garrisons in WoD, and it was a complete failure. And like, I think the only way to have good player housing is if players, there's like a real estate market, you know, like imagine this was a house you could purchase in the game, and people, you can decorate it, yada yada yada, and you can choose to invite people in if you want. It kind of makes real estate valuable, and you have to pay rent on it and all that stuff. I think that's the best form of player housing. And there's a game that I played called Tibia, which I believe has the best player housing that I've experienced in an MMO. So here we are. We got the flight point now, and let's fly back to Terran Mill. We gotta go pretty quick here, because we don't want that Venom Sac to run out. Unless it's already ran out, I can't even find it. Imagine we fly back and it's gone bad. Do we even pick it up? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so there we go. Undamaged Venom Sac. We have 25 minutes left. So I assume it started with 30. So you have 30 minutes to get back to the quest giver, which is an ample amount of time. But yeah, that's one thing WoW just doesn't do well is player housing, and I don't think they'll ever really introduce player housing. It's just really not a part of the game. And I've only really seen good player housing in games that don't really have amazing graphics. They're like pretty much 2D style games. I wonder what flight point we go to first. Did we go straight to... yeah, we're not going down to Hammerfall. But yeah, there's a lot of quests down here at Reventus Village. I think we might go back there. Well, we're probably going back there 100% eventually. Try to do the quests for that zone. I don't know if we are going to hit level 47, though. Because we're going to need this quest to give us close to 5k XP, and I don't think it will, but we'll be close. For sure, next episode, we will hit level 47. But yeah, I hope Shadowlands is good. Probably going to check it out when it comes out. Still haven't pre-ordered it yet. But I'll most likely play. Blizzard always gets me when a new expansion comes out. And I'm probably going to give it a shot. BFA, I think, was kind of a failure. A lot of the stuff they added wasn't that good, like Island Expeditions and the Warfronts. Wasn't too much of a fan of it, but I think the raids were good. I haven't tried Nyalotha yet. I don't know if that's a good raid, but Battle of Dazralor was one of my favorite raids. And Old Deer was okay. It wasn't too bad. The Nazjatar raid with Lady Vash. It was okay. It wasn't too. I think that was the worst one in my opinion. So here we are, back at Apothecary Line.
I am forsaken.
Undamaged Venom Sac. Do you have the Undamaged Venom Sac, Flight Carrier? I yearn to run experiments with its fresh venom, and have ordered a collection of small, terribly cute animals on which to test it. Well, I feel sorry for little Humpy over there, the frog. Oh, splendid. The venom is quite fresh, and I'm sure very deadly. Thank you. Okay. Consult Master Gadrin. Let's check this out. The venom from the brood guards wasn't as potent as the venom you brought originally. It must have come from a different spider. I want a fresh sample of that venom to find out where it came from. You must consult with a troll who knows the Witherbark well. Master Gadrin in Senjin Village. Travel to Durotar and speak with Gadrin. With luck, he'll know where the Witherbarks get their venom. Speak with Master Gadrin in Senjin Village. That is on the other side of the map, near Ogrimmar. So I guess eventually we will have to make a trip to Senjin Village. Got a couple of quests today where we gotta make some trips. We might go to Stonard to turn in that next quest that we got earlier. This one right here, Return to Felsrule, Zerul, and Stoneard. Yeah, maybe we'll do that, but that's the end of the episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.